Hello, guys. Welcome to the Scholarship Analyst channel. And in this video, we are going to be talking about Bikarsh that won a fully funded PhD scholarship from a United States university. And is here with us to share the experience with us, his advice, his tips, his process, how he got it, what he did right, so that you also can also follow the same step by step that he did for him to be able to get his scholarship. And before we continue with our conversation today, if you have not subscribed to this channel and are watching our video right now, click on the subscribe button and put on the notification and also share with your friends. And also check the link in the description of this video. We have our WhatsApp group, Telegram, and Twitter. Also connect with other people that are looking for scholarship. And in addition, also we have our scholarship checker note app where you can check the chance of you getting a scholarship before and also know the right scholarship to also apply to. So let's get started. And on our call right now, we have Bikarsh, which is currently a master's student from Miami University studying mathematics. And now he had a PhD program, which comes with a fully funded scholarship to study, and which is why he's here right now. He's going to be introducing himself and also he's going to be sharing his application process, the document is submitted, how everything went, and also we'll be asking him some couple of questions and as it goes. So Bikash is over to you now.
All right. So my name is Bikarsh, and I am from Nepal, and I completed or about to is about to I'm about to complete my master's this month, and I have received an offer for a fully funded PhD in applied mathematics at New Jersey Institute of Technology. And how did I get it? Well, I I was basically looking for universities because it costs a lot to apply, and I didn't have a lot of money. So I looked for universities. It might not sound good, but I looked for universities that didn't require any application fees. Uh, but when found out about this university slash institute. Um, there was an application fee, and so I asked the admission committee to give me a waiver. So that's basically how I applied to that college and many other colleges. So that's always an option that you can choose. Um, And as to how I found out about that college, it was basically looking around and also taking note of the college signboards that's available around your department. So you just scan through those and look for any advertisements that universities are posting, um, whether online or on posts in the department or outside. So always be on the lookout for those. Um, yeah, and then as for the application process, so those aside, like application fee as and finding those universities, you can of course use ChatGPT and other AI tools to search and make it more easier. But uh, as far as the real application goes, where you have to write your application essay, getting all the documents, um, it basically depends on the field that you are and what you want to pursue. So I want to pursue optimization in mathematics, and I looked at the courses. Well, okay. So maybe I lied in the beginning when I said, I just found the university out of nowhere, but I was actually looking for a university um, which offers the course that I want to study, right? So I kind of consider that to be a prerequisite when I told you that thing, but just add this at the beginning, like it's a conjunction, you have to consider all of them together. So yeah, I looked for a course of like universities that would offer optimization as one of their specialty, and that's where I found this university as well. And yeah, and I looked at some of the teachers that teach those courses, and I liked it. And I also asked professors at my university, what universities are there? Do they know people? And what are the recommendations? And
Since
we can all, yeah.
okay, since you were while you are trying to apply to those schools, did you at one point like maybe like have to message the professor of the school maybe for a research related or anything, how PhD stuff what it look like? Maybe like to be your supervisor or something. You have to like
Mm.
message or no?
Well, it depends sometimes. Sometimes it does not. Um, at this university, I I had an interview.
Okay.
Um, while so once I applied, they didn't really say anything. So like I wrote the application. I didn't have to contact any professor, but there are universities where you have to contact the professor. So it always depends on the particular
Yeah.
university. Uh, so once I applied, what the university did was give an opportunity to interview, right?
Yeah.
So what happens there is they ask you questions about your studies. So, like it could be basic questions, it could be advanced questions, depending on what you have studied. Now, there are other colleges, universities that do not do that. They either accept you or reject you. But some universities like to do that, and so you have to be on the lookout for those as well when you're researching universities. And you can maybe ask those questions to admission committee, like or admission counselors, whatever they have online when you are applying. They have some help sections there where they say if you have any questions, you can always email them. Make use of those because they actually mean something.
So do you at some point like did they ask you something like a GRE or something? Do you submit the GRE?
Well, that's always an option nowadays. Well, I took a GRE 2.5 years ago. My score was not that good. Like it was about 312 or something. I didn't really study that hard. And I never really used it because the universities I applied to, they didn't really require it. Uh,
Um,
and to prepare for it seemed like more time consuming and
yeah,
somehow like it doesn't really represented uh, what I wanted to do with my degree. It does help if you want to go to a top tier university, depending on your field, like such as if you want to apply to a very good university, uh, then you have to do GRE in mathematics, for instance. And you have to get a really good score in that. But that takes a lot of preparation, time that you frankly don't have unless you are preparing from your undergraduate or like maybe the first day you start your graduate, like master's. Um, so it takes a lot of time. Um, and in mathematics, I would say GRE subject test matters more than just GRE general test.
uh,
Um, if you want to go to a top tier university. Uh, I don't know how. useful GRE is nowadays.
So do you think you like your master's GPA really help you in getting the PhD funding, or you just feel basically based on the motivation
Oh,
letter you wrote or something?
that's a very good question. It's a combination of all of the things. Um, like you, as long as you have your GPA like 3.5 and above, I think that's okay. That's
5 out of 4, right?
yeah, out of four.
Okay.
So
That's
about B
about
plus,
90% or something.
B plus or something like that.
Yeah,
Uh, like around there, I think it's really good. Um, so I don't know how they convert it to grade, but I don't even remember how that's calibrated. But as long as you have your GPA above 3.5, I think you're fine. Also, like the minimum requirement for a lot of these universities where you go, they usually have 3.0 as your
yeah,
minimum
yeah,
GPA. Like even when you're offered assistantship, you have to have 3.0
yeah.
GPA. So you can always just guess that the minimum required GPA while applying to colleges is not a perfect 4.0, but just 3.5 in between 3 and 4. So as long as you maintain that GPA while studying for whatever degree you study, I think that's good enough. Uh, that's part of your I think that would be part of the consideration. Another consideration, which actually matters quite a lot, is um, the recommendation that you get from your professors.
Oh,
Uh,
precious.
so here's what I heard from professors who teach me at
Mhm.
college. They said to me that your application essay does not mean much. Like if it does, its weight is very low. What matters a lot is your recommendation letters and your GPA. And why do they matter? Well, that's because GPA shows that you have actually worked hard. Uh, like to maintain even 3.0 GPA, you have to study. You can't just get that without studying.
Yeah,
Um, And a teacher's recommendation is basically like they're putting their reputation at risk when they're recommending you. So if you somehow go there and fail or don't do well, then um, it's not good for their reputation, the professor's reputation who
oh,
recommended you. So therefore, the way I understand it is your GPA and recommendation letters are the best way to get into a good college that most likely will pay you to study there for PhD.
yeah,
Uh, your personal story maybe depends on the field that you study, but in math especially, it doesn't really matter that much. Uh, like if it matters, let's say about 5 or 10%, not much.
yeah. That's nice. So, Dada, thank you very much for sharing that. And because I know people, most of people that are applying for PhD right now, they always believe that especially people going for your bachelor's to PhD, they always
Mhm.
believe that I have in mind that they need to have a first class or they need to have a publication, publish on books and the likes. So do you think like all this publication really matters? Because let me say, do you have a publication while you apply for your PhD? Let me
That
put it
that's
that way.
a that's a very good question. No, I don't have any publications, honestly, because I started late in a lot of ways. My like let me tell you about my background because um, it's very unusual. I chose to study mathematics, but I don't have a traditional mathematics background in my undergraduate. Like when I did my bachelor's, I did it in philosophy, literature, and traditional old school studying mathematics by the textbooks such as
Yeah,
Euclid's Elements, Apollonius's conic sections. Newton's Principia, so on and so forth, like the old school. That's not really the way we learn mathematics nowadays. So I didn't really study those. I just studied the history of mathematics and science and philosophy and literature. And then I took a break for a while, studied something else, and then I started mathematics in my master's. So there was not really a lot of time for me to even think about publication because I didn't really know what publications were back then.
Yeah.
Uh, um, I didn't even know at that time that people published on archive.org and so on and so forth, right? Um, and research was such a big thing. And when I was doing my master's, like I barely had enough time to put my head outside
Yeah.
those homeworks, particularly in math. Like there was so much to do, so much to learn. I had a dual task of learning mathematics, uh, what's being taught in class, and then also learning what I did not know. Um, so I didn't really have time to think about papers. So long story short, you don't really need any publications as long as you put in hard work and that teachers recommend you, professors recommend you. Um, that said, you do have to work on a project, like find something that interests you and just do it. And in PhD, you'll find they will give you opportunities to study and research as well. So you can explore that over there. Uh,
That's good. And also, what advice you have for people that are looking for PG right now, so as not to make this video too long? Do you have any advice for them,
like in what way are you asking? I'm not really sure. Um,
Okay, let me just put it with like, do you feel you have an advice to give to them or any motivation? If you don't have, don't no problem. Just like asking if you have any advice you want to give to them, maybe to take notes or what to look out for or anything. Why putting in an application for a PhD to get a scholarship?
mm, well, definitely be on the lookout for any like you have to search for universities that actually offer you uh, funding. The second thing that you should be on the lookout for is what job opportunities you might get, what and the career services, or like how they support you, help you during your studies and after graduation. That support is really necessary because at the end of the day, you want to work somewhere, you want to
Yeah.
earn money. So definitely be on the lookout for those. Um, and use the resources that you have around you as well as the university that you're applying to. They have a select team of people um, who are recruited to help you, so use them, ask their help. And also, like one thing I would say is use ChatGPT and other generative models to frame your responses, but always use your own words when you are talking to them because anyone can just look at the response that they get and immediately realize that they're AI generated. So
Yeah.
they feel put off right away by reading those perfect English, whatever. As international students, if you are internationals, then people over here do kind of expect that you'll make mistakes. So it's okay. That's not a big deal. So keep that human touch when you're talking to them. That's that's what I would suggest.
That's nice. Thank you very much for your time, Bikarsh. Much appreciated. And
You're
also, if
welcome.
you have any question, guys, just let me know in the comment section. I'm going to pass it on to Bikarsh. And that will be it for today. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Have a wonderful day, guys, and God
It
bless
was
you.
a pleasure.